In the heart of Africa's most populous nation, a question is emerging from the depths of youth frustration, political fatigue, and continental awakening. Who could be Nigeria's Ibrahim Traoré? A name that echoes from Burkina Faso to the corridors of African revolution. Ibrahim Traoré, the young military leader who seized power in 2022, has become a Pan-African symbol of anti-colonial resistance, bold defiance, and youth empowerment. But in Nigeria, a democracy with a complex web of power and influence, who could embody such a radical transformation? Is it even possible? There is no doubt that Nigeria has a good number of very patriotic military officers and men who are not only willing but are laying their lives daily for the absolute freedom of the people. However, would any of them be brave enough to lead a coup against the current establishment? That would be a conversation for another day. Before we proceed, it is pertinent to put this disclaimer out. At Fix African News Network, we do not in any way advocate nor condone coups or any form of power struggle that would jeopardize the peace of anyone or any nation. This piece is simply an analysis born out of deep thinking minds provoked by conversations held by both Nigerians and friends of Nigeria who genuinely desire a better Nigeria and Africa. Today, we explore three possible candidates. First, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi. Second, Mr. Omoyele Sowore. And third, Mr. Martins Vincent Otse, popularly known as VeryDarkMan. And ultimately, we dive into a compelling scenario where one of them could lead a seismic political reset. For the sake of this video, we would interchangeably use VeryDarkMan or VDM for Mr. Martins Vincent Otse. Ibrahim Traoré rose to power not through votes, but through velocity. A captain in Burkina Faso's army, he led a coup that was not just about security failure, it was about reclaiming African dignity. With rhetoric evoking Sankara, rejecting French interference, and embracing Russian partnerships, he quickly turned into a TikTok hero, a revolutionary icon and a symbol of youthful rebellion against the colonial grip. His appeal? Young, bold, nationalistic, and unafraid to reset the entire system. So the question becomes, who in Nigeria shares this mix of anti-establishment fire, youth appeal, and continental vision? Let us begin with Mr. Peter Obi, former governor of Anambra State in Nigeria, the Labour Party presidential candidate in the 2023 presidential elections. A symbol of fiscal discipline and democratic reform. The man who mobilized Nigeria's middle class and youth like never before in the 2023 general elections. Some people think he was the winner of the 2023 presidential elections in Nigeria, but that's a story for another day. His supporters, the obedient, are tech-savvy, passionate, and hopeful. The soft-spoken Obi preaches prudence, transparency, and institutional reform. But here's the twist. He's not anti-establishment. He plays by the rules. His revolution is through ballots, not barricades. He is one Nigerian politician in recent times with impeccable records. Else, his dirty leanings would have been everywhere on the internet. As a result of his personality type and style, he may not be the one to lead this revolution through the guns or barricades. Next up is Mr. Omoyele Sowore, an activist, a journalist, revolutionary, publisher of Sahara Reporters. This man doesn't just criticize the system, he wants to detonate it. He's been arrested, harassed, and silenced for calling out corruption and calling in the people. His #RevolutionNow movement speaks directly to the frustrations of Nigeria's youth. And like Traoré, he talks Pan-Africanism, independent from Western control, and youth empowerment. He is ideologically the closest match, and just like Traoré, who is from Western Burkina Faso, coincidentally, Sowore is from the old Western region of Nigeria. And then we have VeryDarkMan, the viral sensation, raw, direct, and fearless. Why not a politician or a soldier? His voice cuts through the noise of hypocrisy and elitism. He calls out corruption, social injustice, and cultural wrath with a blend of street authenticity and new age rebellion. He reflects the frustration of a generation, but he lacks the political structure or revolutionary doctrine that Traoré or Ibrahim Traoré possesses. He is the culture shock, not yet the system reset. But we could see how young Nigerians trooped out in their numbers to protest his arrest by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission of Nigeria, EFCC.
We want VDM! 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 We want VDM!
Why not there yet? He still has time on his side. At just 30 years of age, if he learns the ropes and becomes a little more polished, Nigeria could be having a Traoré Pro Max in VDM. So out of the three, who fits the Traoré archetype best? Most likely the beret-wearing Sowore. Not because of power, but because of posture. His ideology, history, and rebellious DNA put him in prime position to mirror the Burkina-based Tom. Now imagine this. It's 2026. Nigeria is in deep crisis. Inflation has spiked. Security has collapsed. The naira is in free fall. The youth are hungry, jobless, and furious. The government postpones the next election, citing instability. It's the last straw. A new wave of protest sweeps across the country. #RevolutionNow 2.0. Massive youth uprisings paralyze cities. Sowore, recently imprisoned again for sedition, becomes a symbol, not just of defiance, but of direction. Within the army, young officers watch silently. They've lost men to bandits and terrorists, while politicians steal defense funds. Among them, a coalition begins to form. Low-ranking officers who believe the state has failed. Inspired by Burkina Faso, Mali, and Guinea, they make a decision. It's time to act. The plan is quiet, swift, and shocking. Military installations are taken. Abuja is locked down, and then, in a late-night broadcast, the country hears this. Fellow Nigerians, the old order has fallen. This is not a coup. This is a corrective revolution. We bring you a transitional leadership with one goal: to return Nigeria to its rightful owners, the people. Sowore is freed, but he doesn't take power in uniform. He becomes chairman of the People's Convention, the civilian brain guiding the revolutionary reset. His first speech echoes across Africa: freedom from death traps, end of foreign military bases, nationalization of key resources, and digital sovereignty. The economic community of West African states threatens sanctions. France cries foul. The United States raises alarms. The United Kingdom is startled. But from Mali to Kinshasa, youth movements begin holding signs that say, "We are all Nigeria now." For the first time in modern history, the sleepy African giant is not begging for aid. It is setting the pace. Could this ever happen? Maybe not exactly. Nigeria is not Burkina Faso. Its systems are bigger, messier, and more layered. But what we do know is this: beneath Nigeria's political surface, a storm is brewing. Youthful, angry, hopeful, and fearless. And when the storm breaks, it won't come with warning shots. It will come with a voice, maybe Sowore's, maybe someone new, declaring, Africa will decide its own future now. This is not just speculation. It is a mirror. The next Ibrahim Traoré may not wear camo, but he will wear conviction. And Nigeria, it just might be his stage. If you love this analysis and want more, please like, subscribe, and share this video. Let us know what you think in the comment section. If you have any topic of interest, that you want us to analyze, let us also know in the comment section. Thank you.